My name is Tori McKissick Jr., CEO of Eurovica and Eurovica Ships. With Eurovica, our whole message, our whole brand is surrounded around being a positive reminder that victory is close ahead. Today, I got Dave with me,
Yes, sir.
owner of EOH.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, what is EOH, man?
It's a clothing brand I established in 2022.
Mm,
Stands for Eyes on Him, Eyes on God. So, yeah, just trying to spread the message, man, day by day.
for sure, man. That's what's up. So we met. I don't think it's been a whole year yet, for real. I
Nah,
think it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
but we've been working quick.
yeah,
Getting things together. But
yeah,
what I wanted to start doing, I don't even call it a podcast, but just a video.
yeah,
I've been in the apparel space since I was 16,
yeah,
and to be honest, haven't documented too much of nothing.
yeah,
So what I'm realizing over the different points in my life, but definitely over these last three months or so,
yeah,
that documentation important not only for myself, but like for other 16-year-old entrepreneurs, other
yeah,
entrepreneurs overall who maybe going through the same stuff that we have gone through with our own personal brands at one
yeah,
point or another, or just future generation at some point I plan on having kids and
yeah,
having a family,
yeah,
and just them being able to go back and see like, oh, this is what was going on during that time frame, or even for myself, like, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be certain stuff. Like I was watching a video that me and a couple guys did probably about 3 years ago,
mm.
and it was something I was saying in the video that I don't even remember like saying.
Saying
So it was
that,
reminding me about just different principles that I could put in place for my business and
yeah,
just in life in general. So doing this little thing today, you came in, I didn't even know you was gonna be here today. We
yeah,
just came in like set up and went
yeah,
straight to it.
yeah, facts.
But I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I'm just gonna do 5 questions, and the first one we're gonna kick off with is like, what does victory mean to you?
Mm. Victory means to me, like, obviously you conquered something, you won the battle, but I was just on the phone with my grandma on the way here, and I was just telling her I'm going through a lot right now with just like ups and downs of a business, which she was reminding me though, like, there's gonna be moments or stuff where it might look like it fails, but like that's a good thing because that
Right.
means victory's on the way. So that's kind of what it means to me. Just like you're gonna have to fail and you're gonna have to go down sometimes, but it's like no one just gets straight victory. Like a victory comes from overcoming and overachieving
Yeah.
something. So yeah,
No, for sure. That's what's up, bro. Next question I got for you is know your brand EOH mean all like eyes on him.
yeah,
So just wondering, what's a time where you had to feel like you had to put your eyes on God, put your trust in God through life or through the
yeah,
brand.
yeah. That's a good question. Really, I try to implement it obviously daily.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a daily encouragement for me to constantly just like no matter what I'm doing, whether it's the way I'm speaking, interacting with people, like whatever. Like remember, I'm supposed to look to him and try to reflect him in my actions on a daily. But obviously, I'm human. I fall short a
Right.
lot. So, but yeah, I started it obviously or I felt like he was telling me to start it to spread it to other people as well, and like do it in a fashionable way that people still obviously want to wear the clothes and stuff.
Right.
Um, but also, I did it just for as much for them. It was something he told me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, really just, and that was my senior year of high school. I just wrote it down in a journal. I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. And then as time played on, like I got more into clothes. And then it was just kind of like it just naturally happened. And it was
Yeah.
like eyes on him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's dope, man. One thing you said in that like playing my mind too is a lot of times we have these brands with a certain mission and certain why that God gave us.
yeah,
Sometimes we'll be so busy like pushing it onto other people,
yeah,
like, oh, you should keep your eyes on him. Or for
yeah.
me, like, man, your victory's close ahead, but we gotta remember like this for us
It's
too.
for us.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
we
I
gotta
need it
stay
just as much as you do or
right.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. We gotta stay
yeah,
in tune with keeping our eyes on God.
yeah,
Stay working towards victory.
yeah.
So it's like, man, that's like one thing I really like. Call what you said is like, man, it's not only for the people, but it's
Yeah,
for us too.
facts.
Yeah. So my next question for you, man, is so you one of the few brands that I like seen personally, like had a relationship where you do a lot of stuff in person, like do pop up
Yeah,
events, you do
yeah,
streetwear, and
yeah,
other just always see you out doing different pop up events, but also you doing online.
yeah.
It's a lot of brands who do one or the other. So can you tell the audience, tell me the difference between online and in person, and why you choose to do both?
Yeah, so I think starting out because When I started, it was like right on the verge of like clothing brands almost becoming in a sense a trend. But I think because I didn't know how to even scale online, I'm like, well, I used to sell candy bars around the neighborhood,
Yeah,
like, and Dommy remembers, we would go to sneaker con. I'd be like, bro, come on, like, we just gonna be on the floor in the
right,
trade pit, and like, there's embarrassing moments, obviously, but in the moment, it wasn't embarrassing because I'm like, I gotta get it however I can and spread the
facts.
message. So I started in person a lot more than online, and I had um I had a website before I even did that sneaker con, but it was like I would push it to my friends and stuff. And you got a couple supporters early on, but it's not like how in person you can kind of get a feel for people and
Right,
really get to like connect with people. So yeah, I value that a lot. But then also being on the online side of things, then I've been able to like connect with people that I can never connect with in person because I get a lot of overseas orders. So it'll be stuff with like people from the UK or Germany or Australia, Brazil, like a lot of different countries, and Canada, even like, you know, um, just being able to connect with them, and then they'll see like on Instagram or something, be like, "Oh, you're in New York, like
right.
I'm right on the other side," because they're only a couple hours up in Canada or whatever. So just being able to connect with people kind of all over the world.
Right. Being visible in both, in
Yeah, but
person
then
and
also
online.
you gotta keep that in person. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm not a people person," and like all that. But I just encourage everybody like push yourself. And obviously, I don't feel like I've mastered or really have gotten like crazy results out of like I'm not heavy sided on one or
Right.
another. But it's like I'm just constantly trying to like level both up at the same time
Yeah.
instead of just being like I gotta only focus on online right now. And then some people like you said is like it's straight pop-ups and events. So yeah,
Yeah.
trying to keep a healthy balance and do
Man,
both at the
you
same
you
time.
doing it, man. You
I'm
doing
trying, man. I'm
it.
trying. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was one thing when you were saying that too made me think about you was like at the moment when y'all was at the sneaker cons and just
Yeah.
putting stuff on the floor, like it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it's like in reality, bro, like I tell them all the time is like tell the team all the time we gotta do stuff that other people don't want to do.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
it's like we don't want to do it, like it's in
Yeah.
our bite. Like,
Yeah.
oh, do I really want
Yeah.
to
Because
like
it's
do
like,
this?
yeah.
But it's like when you do the things that you feel uncomfortable and definitely do stuff that like
Others won't do.
others
Yeah.
won't do.
Yeah.
Like you get stuff that others won't have,
Yeah.
and
No,
it's not
facts.
like to compete against somebody. It's just like it's. I was watching this when mentors he was saying like it's more competition at the like bottom of like
Yeah.
stuff that people don't want to do, but it's
Yeah.
like ordering your first 100 shirts or going to an event and like
Yeah.
seeing stuff like selling on the ground or
Yeah.
getting to work, like whatever you got to do to elevate. Where it's like, man, I feel like I don't know if I should take this step or I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed to do this. In reality, like your audience, they gonna like come back and see like, man, I remember when you was at
Yeah. Exactly.
sneaker. Like
And they do it.
most
Yeah.
people don't like the things that we a lot of times we're embarrassed about or like worried about. We just be in our own heads.
Yeah.
In reality, like people look at those things
They
as
love
like,
it
yeah,
more
they
than
love it.
the
They be
because
inspired by
yeah,
like, man, I
yeah,
remember you was doing this and now you
yeah,
doing that. So it's
exactly.
like, but like to get to this, to get to your
Yeah,
own warehouse, to get to
yeah,
where you at with your
yeah,
brand, you got to do those
yeah.
things.
You have to.
So it's like a lot of people want to skip the steps and like don't do the things that they not comfortable with. But let's say if you did skip and you just boom have a dope drop
Yeah,
and go crazy online, if you didn't do those other steps, is you gonna like end up coming back down to
yeah.
that. So
And especially me, not like I don't really run as so building a lot of organic in-person relationships
yeah,
that carries over to the Instagram and TikTok and all that for my online. Like
right,
if I didn't go out and do as many pop-ups as I do, then it's like where else is the
yeah,
traffic gonna come from? You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So yeah, you gotta have both sides. I feel like.
No, for sure. And then, I mean, just advice for the people. I was just thinking about this. We're doing it today, but having that the in-person interactions, you'll be able to get the followers, get the data,
Yeah,
and like I said, I know you say you're not going crazy with ad shirts yet,
yeah,
but one thing we were doing a sale today for Eurovica, and I posted something to people I met at the store and
yeah,
just out and about. We posted a video of just saying we're doing free shirts.
yeah,
And with that, like people start ordering from an Instagram post,
yeah.
but that those Instagram people came from the store, from
Exactly.
events, from
Yeah,
out and about everyday life. So
yeah.
then when we do start running ads, it
It
should start,
stacks on
yeah,
top.
it
Yeah,
stats on
yeah.
top.
It's a building process for
Yeah.
sure. You got to have some type of foundation and base.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's fire.
And I mean, it sounds like you say you started your brand in high school. Started my brand in high school too.
Yeah.
Started when I was 16. But asking like, what's one advice you would give your 16-year-old self or a 16-year out there trying to get into clothing or business overall, what's one piece of advice you'll give them?
Yeah, so I started like in college, but
Okay.
I wrote it down like
In
the
high
vision
school.
in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was making clothes still at the time in high school. Like I was hooping a lot, but like therapy for me was making clothes. But 16, man, you got a lot of time on your hands.
Yeah.
A whole lot of time you don't even realize. So definitely abuse it and use it like maybe your friends are, going out to the movies or going out to a party, like whatever. And it's good to have life experiences and go do some of that stuff from time to time. But I would definitely say, if you're 16 and want to get into this like realm, or you see it on media and you're like, oh, that looks cool. I got ideas that God's given me, and I really want to dive in. Then um, definitely sacrifice a little bit of the, like going so much or just watching YouTube and watching everyone else, and kind of just like really try to get into your own bag and get into your own way of doing things, because you don't realize, like, I've watched even multiple like high schoolers, because they have worked hard and sacrificed certain things, they're setting themselves up now for their 20s and 30s, where that really hasn't always been an opportunity. Like my parents' generation, there wasn't such thing
Right.
really where they could set themselves up at 16 to be,
To be
financially
good.
stable at
Right.
25. Like they were trying to, set up themselves at 25 to be financially stable for 40.
Right.
So I think being able to now reach it at a younger age is a huge blessing, and something that you should definitely take advantage of for sure.
No, for sure, man.
So,
And the last question I got for you, man. No, just onboard you as a client on the
yeah,
fulfillment side, man. And for the Eureka Ship side of business, our whole mission is to be able to provide the fulfillment service so that way brand owners could do what they best at.
yep,
And so, man, I already know you've been going crazy the in person and online before us, so I know
yeah.
this gonna like take this
It's
off your
gonna be a
plate.
whole nother level.
Yeah, a whole
Yeah,
nother level.
yeah,
So, where do you see yourself at the end of this year? So we come back again, we're doing this stuff to document,
yeah,
show the story, so we come back a year from now. Like, say we hear top of next year, it's like, what's one thing you want to accomplish? So we can go back and look at some man.
yeah,
Daly say he's gonna do this, and
yeah.
he
Nah,
did it
facts. I would say for me, like even walking around, seeing other brands have like whole sections. I'm like,
Yeah.
I came in here with 8, 9 boxes today. Like, I at least want like half this room to be like, wow, like Tori has helped me get to this point where I just have a lot more inventory on deck, a lot more sales just coming in, and with such a great fulfillment center, being able to get it out so fast, I won't have to worry about stuff like chargebacks, maybe
Yeah.
like how I have on my own timing with waiting on overseas shipping and all that type of stuff. So being able to just have an idea and bring it to life so fast, and then actually get it out the door so fast with partnering with you guys, that's gonna be a huge blessing. So looking back next year, I just there's not necessarily, I don't try not to go too much off of numbers, but
Yeah.
just more so, even like I see things in pictures kind of. So just being able to see like so many more people, even in just like I haven't been real focused on t-shirts and like fast easy wear, because I'm huge into like quality and wanting to get into like more high fashion type of stuff. But it's still very important, I feel like, to have like the everyday wear, to go along with
Right.
your statement pieces, because not every day people want to pop out in something heavy and hot and
Right.
thick and all that stuff. Being able to have like t-shirts and all that will be a huge blessing, and I think it's going to give me a lot more time to focus on the more high
Right.
fashion side of things. So I definitely want to just like be able to run it up while I can, and hear and look back and be like, man, like these are all my boxes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. For sure.
and Tori helped me get to that point. So yeah, man, and I mean, I guess you could put a number on it. I would at least say, like, off of t-shirts and the fulfillment and just that side of things alone, like I would want to see myself doing at least like 80K to 100K just in t-shirts alone this
Okay.
next year. So I
That-
think it's possible. I've done that in a year, but it's been more off of like different types of things. But t-shirts alone, I'm like, I got to see 100K in
Yeah.
a year. So we'll put it like that.
For sure,
Yeah,
man. So y'all heard it here, man. At the top of the year, you're gonna
yeah,
see Daily Me got the high quality products, but you're gonna see more EOH,
yeah,
just accessible items,
yeah.
and you're gonna be able to do more creative stuff, even with the higher end side of things. Man, I appreciate you
Yes,
coming
sir.
out,
No, for sure, that
chopping it up
bro.
with us, man. It was like quick last minute type of
Yeah,
thing,
nah,
but
it's a
again, we
vibe.
just want to document this. Man, I've
Yep,
been in the industry for over 10 plus years
yeah,
now, and yeah, just trying to, again, just document this for the future generation, for brand owners already out there, and even for our own internal team for the inspiration.
Facts.
And so, man, whatever y'all victory is, man, you could do it, you could accomplish it. And
Facts.
remember, victory is close ahead.
Yes, sir.
Peace.